Video lecture by N. Markandeya, lecturer in chemistry, MVS Gout Arts and Science College, Mahbubnagar, Department of Chemistry. Topic is chemical bonding. So in chemical bonding, molecular orbital energy diagrams for BSc first year, first semester. See here, before that, see the comparison between bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. We already discussed about the bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So now here we comparison between bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. See first bonding molecular orbitals. First point is molecular orbitals formed by the addition of the wave functions of atomic orbitals. See here, psi b is equal to psi a plus psi b. So that means bonding molecular orbital, psi b is bonding molecular orbital, is equal to psi capital A plus psi capital B. So psi capital A, psi capital B are the wave functions of atomic orbitals. Okay. So molecular orbitals formed by the addition of the wave functions of atomic orbitals. Next, see here antibonding molecular orbitals. Molecular orbitals by the subtraction of the wave function. Subtraction of the wave function of atomic orbitals. See here, psi a means antibonding molecular orbitals is equal to psi capital A minus psi capital B. Psi capital A, psi capital A, psi capital B are the atomic orbitals. So antibonding molecular orbital formed by the subtraction of wave functions of atomic orbitals. That is the first point. See here, next second point, bonding orbital forms when the loops of combining atomic orbitals with the same sign overlap. See next, antibonding orbitals forms when the loops of atomic orbitals with opposite sign overlaps. Here same sign, here opposite sign overlaps will take place. Next, third point, the energy of molecular orbital will be lower than those of the combining atomic orbitals. Okay, so bonding molecular orbitals energy will be less than the atomic orbitals. Here antibonding molecular orbital, the energy of the molecular orbitals will be higher than those of the combining atomic orbitals. So simply atomic orbitals energy will be higher than the atomic orbitals. Next, fourth point, the electron density of the molecular orbital is greater by 2 psi a psi b than the sum of the electron densities of isolated atomic orbitals. Therefore, psi MO square is equal to psi a square plus psi b square plus 2 psi a psi b. Okay, the electron density of the molecular orbital is greater by 2 psi a psi b than the sum of the electron density of isolated atomic orbitals. So therefore, psi square MO is equal to psi a square plus psi b square plus 2 psi a psi b. Next, here in case of antibonding orbital, the electron density of the molecular orbital is less by 2 psi a psi b than the sum of the electron densities of isolated atomic orbitals. So therefore 2 star MO, 2 AMO, sorry, psi AMO. Psi AMO means antibonding molecular orbital square is equal to psi A square psi B square minus 2 psi A psi B. Next, fifth point, the electron density in the bonding orbital tends to move around the two nuclei, that is the atomic orbitals, overlap within the phase, okay. The electron density in the bonding orbital tends to move around the two nuclei, that is the atomic orbitals overlap within the phase. Okay, here next one, fifth one, the probability of finding electrons in between the nuclei is negligible, that is atomic orbitals overlap out of the phase. So in the case of bonding molecular orbitals, the overlap within the phase. In the case of antibonding molecular orbitals, the overlap out of the phase. Next here, in the case of bonding molecular orbital, bond is strong. In the antibonding molecular orbital, bond is weak. Okay, so here bond is strong, here bond is weak. Next, seventh point, the electron density diagram is given below. See here, dotted lines indicate the energy of associated atomic orbitals. So thick line is molecular orbital. So here molecular orbital energy less than the atomic orbitals. So here electron density diagram is given below. Dotted lines indicates the energy of isolated atomic orbitals. Okay, this is diagram of antibonding orbital. This is diagram of bonding molecular orbitals. So these are the difference or comparison between bonding and antibonding molecular orbitals. See here, so the molecular orbital energy diagram. So MOED, molecular orbital energy diagram. So rough diagram here. So this is the 1s orbital. These are the left side orbitals are the atomic orbitals and right side orbitals also atomic orbitals. These middle orbitals are the molecular orbitals. Middle orbitals are the molecular orbitals. See here, 1s orbitals, 1s atomic orbitals to combine to form a 2 molecular orbitals. In one molecular orbitals, less energy than the atomic orbital, one orbital is high energy than the atomic orbital. So low energy molecular orbital is sigma 1s, and this is bonding molecular orbital. Into one is bonding molecular orbital, another one is the antibonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital having the less energy, antibonding molecular orbital having the more energy. So bonding molecular orbital is sigma 1, indicates the sigma 1s. So antibonding molecular orbital indicates the sigma star 1s. Next, second, two 2s orbitals, two 2s atomic orbitals combines to form a 2 molecular orbital. In that, sigma 2s is bonding molecular orbital, sigma star 2s is antibonding molecular orbital. Next, two p orbitals. P orbitals means px, py, pz. So px, py, pz, two p orbitals combined to form a 6 molecular orbitals. 6 molecular orbitals. So in that sigma 2px bonding molecular orbital having the lowest energy. Next pi 2p y orbital, pi 2p z orbitals. These are the bonding orbitals. These are formed by the side by overlap of orbitals. So these are the pi orbitals. These two pi orbitals is having the same energy. See here in the energy diagram, these two are having the same energy. So next to pi star 2py and pi star 2pz orbitals. These are the antibonding pi orbitals. These two orbitals also have same energy. And sigma star 2px orbital, sigma star 2px orbital. This is the antibonding orbital. Total 6 orbitals, 3 orbitals are the bonding orbitals, bonding molecular orbitals. Again remaining 3 orbitals are the antibonding molecular orbitals. So this is the symmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. So for it we can cut the p orbitals. So it will gives the exactly so of same type of parts. So this is the symmetrical molecular energy diagram. Next, the energy increasing order of this molecular orbital is, see here, sigma 1s. Next, sigma 2s, energy increasing order, sigma 1s less than, next sigma star 1s, next sigma 2s, next sigma star 2s, next sigma 2px, next pi 2py is equal to pi 2pz. Both are having the same energy. Next pi star 2py is equal to pi star 2pz. This pi star 2py and pi star 2pz also having same energy. And sigma star 2px, sigma star 2px. So these are the rough molecular orbital energy diagram. So this is symmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. Okay, this is symmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. So next to see this below diagram. So atomic orbitals, 1s orbitals combined to form a 2 molecular orbitals, and 2s orbital combined to form a 2 molecular orbitals, and the next 3 p orbitals and 3 p orbitals, total 6 p orbitals combined to form a 6 molecular orbital. So these 6 molecular orbital energy here somewhat different is there. First pi 2py and pi 2pz orbital having the lowest energy, then sigma 2px. This order will change, only these 3 orbitals order will so step down, step up in symmetrical and asymmetrical, unsymmetrical. In the above, so sigma 2px is lowest. In this case, pi 2py and pi 2pz orbitals are the lowest energy orbitals. Sigma 2px orbital is next to the remaining all are the same, pi star 2py, pi star 2pz and sigma star 2px and sigma star 2py. So this is unsymmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. This is unsymmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. So the energy increasing order of molecular orbital is, so up to sigma 2s same for symmetrical molecular orbital and unsymmetrical molecular orbitals. So remaining will be somewhat change. See here, sigma 1s, so sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, pi 2py is equal to pi 2pz, next sigma 2px, next pi star 2py, pi star 2pz, and sigma star 2px. So order will like this. In this, if we cut the p orbitals, so we can't get the identical of. So because here first we can cut like this, sigma 2px, paina pi star 2py and pi star 2pz is there. So we can't get the identical of field. So this is the unsymmetrical molecular orbital energy diagrams. Okay, see here, oxygen, fluorine, neon, nitric oxide, O2 minus, O minus 2, NO plus follows the symmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. So okay, these molecules, so oxygen, fluorine, neon, nitric oxide, O2 minus, O2 minus 2, NO plus. These follows the symmetrical molecular orbital diagram. Next, boron, carbon, nitrogen, carbon monoxide and Cn minus follows the unsymmetrical molecular orbital energy diagram. So we have to remember these molecules. Okay, some molecules follows the symmetrical molecular orbital diagram. So these boron, carbon, nitrogen, CO, Cn minus, these molecules follows the unsymmetrical molecular energy diagram. Next, see here, molecular characteristics. So here bond order first. So for using this molecular MOT theory, so what is the uses of MOT theory? MOT theory mainly predict the magnetic properties, bond strength and bond length and magnetic nature. So we have to see these parameters in the first molecular character. First one is the bond order. See here, bond order means number of bonds present between the atoms in the molecule called as bond order. So number of bonds present between the atoms in the molecule called as bond order. So for example, oxygen atom. So for example, O2 molecule. So bond with O double bond O. So bond order of that molecule is 2, because 2 bonds is there between 2 oxygen atoms. For example, N2 molecule. So N2 molecule is N triple bond N. 3 bonds are there between 2 nitrogen atoms. So the bond order of N2 molecule is 3. So number of bonds present between the atoms in the molecule called as bond orders. So by using this formula, we have to calculate the bond order. See here, bond order is equal to number of electrons present in bonding molecular orbitals, that is NB, number of electrons present in bonding molecular orbitals. Here without star gurtu orbitals are the bonding molecular orbitals. With star gurtu molecular orbitals are the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital minus number of electrons present in anti-bonding molecular orbitals. See here next. So by 2 bond order is equal to NB minus NA by 2. Nb means number of electrons present in bonding molecular orbital. Na is number of electrons present in antibonding molecular orbital. So Nb minus Na by 2 is bond order. So next point, a molecule is stable if Nb greater than Na. So number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital than the antibonding molecular orbital, then the molecule will be stable. Next one, a molecule is unstable if Nb less than Na. So Nb less than Na. Number of electrons in BMO than ABMO, the molecule will be unstable. Okay. Next point, electrons are removed from bonding molecular orbitals or electrons are added to antibonding molecular orbitals, the bond order decreases. If the electrons removed from the bonding molecular orbitals, the bond order decreases. If the added electron in antibonding molecular orbitals, that also bond order decreases. So electrons are removed from bonding molecular orbitals or electrons are added to antibonding molecular orbitals, the bond order decreases. The bond order decreases means the bond strength decreases. The bond strength means, so number of bonds between the atoms in molecule decreases. Okay. Next, bond length. So bond length inversely proportional to bond order. So bond order. So bond length is also related to bond order. Higher value of bond order means stronger bond and hence shorter bond length. Bond order and bond length both are the in inversely proportional. So if the bond order is more, the bond length is less. So here bond order inversely proportional to 1 by bond length. So bond order directly proportional to stability of molecules. If the bond order increases, the stability of molecule increases. Okay. Then bond length decreases. So next, magnetic property. Magnetic property. So if the molecule contains one or more unpaired electrons, it shows paramagnetic properties. Okay. If molecule contains one or more unpaired electrons, it shows paramagnetic property. So if molecules contain having paired electrons, so it shows diamagnetic property. If the highest energy molecular orbital contain unpaired electron, so that molecule is a paramagnetic nature. If the highest energy molecular orbital contain paired electron, so it shows a diamagnetic nature. Next point, each molecular orbital can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons with opposite sign. So each molecular orbital can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons. Next, each degenerate molecular orbital is single occupied according to Hund's rule. Single occupied, then electron will be paired. So if there are unpaired electrons, the molecule is paramagnetic and generally reactive. So otherwise, that is diamagnetic. See here, molecular orbital configurations. So homonuclear molecules. See here, the rules followed in filling the molecular orbitals and in deciding the stability of the molecule. The rules followed in filling the molecular orbitals and in deciding the stability of the molecules are: first one, molecular orbital with the lowest energy is to be filled first. In two molecular orbitals, one is lowest energy, so other is highest energy. First lowest energy molecular orbital will be filled first. Okay. Next, maximum number of electrons in any molecular orbital is 2. Maximum number of electrons in any molecular orbital is 2. Next, third one, if the molecular orbitals are of the same energy, they are to be filled with single unpaired electron. Next, pairing takes place only when all the molecular orbitals is of equal energy or aligned with single electron. Okay. Next point, the stability of the molecule is decided by the bond order. So bond order is equal to -1 by 2 into Nb minus Na, or Nb minus Na by 2. Next one, presence of unpaired electrons in the molecular orbitals make the molecule paramagnetic. Okay, electrons present in the inner orbitals do not take part in bonding, and so they are called non-bonding electrons. The orbitals are called non-bonding orbitals. So here, for example, H2 plus ion, atomic number is 1, electronic configuration of atom is 1s1, number of electrons 1, number of atomic orbitals is 2. So there is only one electron available and it occupies sigma 1s orbital. The configuration is sigma 1s1. The configuration is sigma 1s1. Presence of one unpaired electron makes the molecule paramagnetism. So the bonding electron accounts for the stability of the molecule. Bond energy is 64 kilocalories. So and bond length is 1.06 angstroms. Bond order is 1 by 2. That means 0.5. So this is the molecular orbital configurations for homomolecular orbitals. Okay. So these are the comparisons between the bonding and antibonding molecular orbitals. If the linear combination of atomic orbitals forms a molecular orbital, in molecular orbitals, half molecular orbitals are the bonding molecular orbitals. So half molecular orbitals are the antibonding molecular orbitals. Molecular orbitals energy is less than the atomic orbitals. So antibonding molecular orbital energy is more than the atomic orbitals. So electron density in molecular orbitals denoted by psi square MO. So electron density in antibonding molecular orbital is psi star square MO. The electron density of the molecular orbital is greater by 2 psi a psi b. The electron density of the molecular orbital, antibonding molecular orbital, is less by 2 psi a psi b. Okay, these are the rough symmetrical molecular orbitals diagram, and this is unsymmetrical molecular orbital diagrams. These are the molecular orbital energy increasing order. molecular orbitals energy increasing order. So this is the molecular characteristics. So by using the molecular orbital we can calculate the bond order, bond length, magnetic property of the molecule, magnetic property of the molecule.